Hi there. Today we are going to do a few things. We're going to do a little bit of my thrift haul, and we're going to talk about how you can get suspended on eBay. So that's coming up. How you doing? If you don't know, I'm Cindy Krause with Krause House Thrift and Thrift. I've been an eBay seller for 21 years. Obviously, I have this YouTube channel with the same name, and I'm also on Instagram, Facebook. You can email me at KrauseHouseThriftandThrift@gmail.com. Not Cindy Krause. Today, I want to share with you a little bit of my thrift haul. I went to a local thrift store today. It's called People Helping People. All of their clothes, or at least the clothes on the left-hand side, are $1. So that's what I go through. I make sure I go through them with a fine-tooth comb, though, because I've gotten items from them that have stains or holes. And if they have stains, I try and get it out with my handy-dandy Full-X. You guys have heard me. If you watch my channel for a while, you've heard me talk about this amazing stain remover, but it won't get out 100% of the stains, maybe 99%. So, but holes, I usually don't list things with holes unless it's like a collectible shirt. I sold a Disneyland California Adventure t-shirt that was vintage, and it had a big stain on the front, and that sold within a couple days. They didn't care. So in collectible items like that, I will list them anyway if there's a stain or a hole in it. I mean, if it's not like really bad, because people want that item regardless. I've been trying to be better about getting items with tags that have the size. And, you know, I really like to have the material tag too, but it's more important to have the brand tag and the size tag. You could kind of guess on the material a lot of times, but I'd say on all my haul, I was good about looking at the tags, except for this one. I'm pretty sure it's an extra large. It was in the extra large section. This is a woman's, I believe. It's a New Zealand shirt. And I saw some similar, not the exact ones, pretty good comps. So since it was $1, I picked it up. Most of my clothing items were women's. I do enjoy selling men's clothes, but just happened to find more women's at the store today. This is a Dakine, or Dakine, I think you call it Dakine. Not sure the pronunciation. T-shirt. It's got a cool, where is it? There it is. Oops, here we go. Yeah, plate lunch, Dakine. Is it Dakin or Dakine? Please let me know in the comments. I want to say these things correctly. Just plain on the back, really nice tee. It is an extra large. So I mostly looked at the larges and extra larges today. If I have time, I'll look at the smaller sizes. But as you probably know, the bigger sizes sell better on eBay quicker and for more money because, you know, larger people like myself, I'm a plus size gal, you know, will pay more money for that right item because they're not necessarily easy to find in their area. So, all right, this is my second Pioneer Women stretchy top. I have another one listed, but that one does have a stain. I think I have it for like $8. This one I'll list for a little bit more because it looks flawless. Beautiful stretchy, you know, top with the gorgeous roses on it. That'd be awesome for, you know, spring going into summer like it is now. I was talking to my sister on the phone, and I found this shirt. I told her what a cute shirt this was, and I just picked it up. Look at this, you guys. I'm going to slowly scroll up and then back down. Pretty cute. It's just from Port & Company, and if you don't know, Port & Company makes a lot. It's like Gildan. They make a lot of different types of clothing, including t-shirts, obviously. But I got this because how cute these planets are. And it's just, plain purple back. But, it's a girl's t-shirt, women's t-shirt. So, oh, just got another sale. Let's take a pause. Talk about sales a little bit. I'm trying to not say ohms. I say and ah too much. And I watch other people on YouTube and they don't say it at all. So I'm really trying to rid myself of it. It's obviously a habit I've had for a long time, and it must be my everyday speech, and I don't even know it. I don't even know when I'm saying it. So I'm going to really try and pay attention. I know I've said this on my channel before. I'm going to try and not say ums or ahs, but if I'm not paying attention, I don't notice it until I'm doing the editing, and then I'm like, oh my goodness. And I edit out some of them, but I end up leaving a lot of them. Ugh, it's irritating. So I'm going to pause if I want to say or ah. And please help me out, guys. Anyway, sales. So several days ago, maybe a week ago, I was hitting the jackpot. It was like I felt like I was in Vegas winning money. It was awesome. Every day I was getting like 7 to 10 sales. It was amazing, and I thought it couldn't go wrong. It's like I wasn't even listing a lot some of those days, and I was just cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. It was awesome. It was so great. I have this huge rainbow IKEA bag I got from eBay, someone on eBay, and I used it, and that thing was packed full, and my lovely hubby took it to the post office for me. And it's like I had a few days of that, and then crickets, nothing. And I know I'm not the only reseller that's going through this. I've heard other resellers complain about this on YouTube. So, and that's just how it goes as a reseller, the life of a reseller. Inconsistency as far as sales. Now, you need to be consistent as far as listing, but it's eBay is just cyclical. It's up and down, and there are probably some people who get set amount of sales every day, but I really don't think so. I think they probably have a range. Like Tech and Sports, he was listing 250 listings a day. Unbelievable. And no matter what, he was listing that, and he was getting 250 sales a day. But I have a feeling he wasn't getting 250. Maybe some days it was 240, 230, 260. I mean, I really don't see how anybody could, maintain the amount of sales, because it's not up to you. Yes, you can list a ton. I can list 50 today and I'll get a lot of sales, but I can't really predict how many in every single day. So, maybe I'll go a week and I'll have 10 if I'm listing, like, let's say 30 to 50 a day. But I just think that's just the way it goes. It's the algorithm. It could be the algorithm. It could just people are not looking at your stuff or not wanting your stuff. They're buying other people's stuff. And I'm a believer, and I pray to God, and I say, God, I pray that people will find my items for things that they want and need. I pray that you direct them to my store, and that has worked. And there's enough for everybody. I want everybody to get the sales, not just me. So I was getting a little discouraged. It happens. I've been doing this 21 years, and it still happens. I tell my husband, oh, now I'm down to one a day. And it's like $7 sale, $10 sale, $12 sale. And it just wasn't exciting. Then today I got an $18 sale. I sold a Starbucks mug. I thought I was going to get 30 for that, but they took an offer that I didn't send them. I set a low price, the lowest I want to take, and they took that. And I also sold, oh my gosh, it's this Bible version 9 of this Bible tech thing. I don't even know what it is. John and I discovered a new thrift store last weekend, and it's in Walla Walla, Washington, because we were there doing some errands. And it's awesome. I think that one was Walla Walla. It was College Place, which is near there. And it was an awesome thrift store. They're $1, $2. Oh my gosh. And I bought this game for like $1 or $2. And I couldn't find one anywhere on eBay. I found a current version. This one was like 2011. I found a current version selling for $150. So, and I found one sort of like mine that sold for $60. So I put $60 on it. And like a couple days later, like yesterday or today, the guy offered me $45. I'm like, yeah, I'll take that. Oh my gosh, it's awesome. He hasn't paid me though. That's what's frustrating. I wish eBay would make people pay right away. So I'm like, I could really use that $45. Well, I'm not going to get $45 because eBay's fees. But, with the slow sales, that $45 really does come in handy, because I would have to take, 3 to 5 sales to get that sometimes, depending on the item, obviously. So I'm just hoping and praying they pay me soon. But I'm happy to get the sales today, and I've been listing. So anyway, how are your sales, you guys? Are they consistent? Are you listing every day? Are you consistent? I really would love to know. But chin up. It always gets better. My sales are coming back now, so it's all good. Got this Britney Spears shirt. It is, look at that size. Loved it. And they go for $20.25. I've comped a lot of these, but not all of them. I will try and put them on the screen so you guys know what I should get them. I'm not even sure I'll do the screenshots. I might just put a value on them, what I'm hoping to get from them after my research. Tommy Hilfiger. I don't pick up a lot of that because it's kind of a saturated market, but look how cute this is. Women's striped nautical sweater, and it's lightweight. It's really cute. I love the gold trim, and you got it on the bottom. And oh, not the cuffs, but it's the navy, white, and gold. I love these colors. I wish this. No, I don't wear stripes, not till I lose some weight. Stripes just accentuate your wideness. So isn't that cute, you guys? So this was kind of cool. Never sold anything like this before. Avenue. And so what size is that? It's a 20. And so I saw one on eBay sold for $20.25. And it's a very heavy duty vest. And my husband's like, oh, that's for you when we go walking. And go, no, honey, I don't wear vests. I'm not a vest girl. I haven't been a vest girl since the 80s. I used to wear those pullover vests sometimes with a blouse or something to work, but I've never really been a vest girl. I don't even wear those puffer, like a puffer vest. I don't wear that either. It's just not my thing. I can see my mom wearing this though. Anyway, it's cool. It's heavy duty. I got a couple of them in 2 different colors. So I looked it up, and it was only $1. All of these things were only $1. I don't even look at their stuff that they price. Why do it when I get a lot of stuff, that I'm going to sell for 20 and up for, $1. So that's the first batch that came out of the dryer. The other one's drying. But I thought for the last half of my video, we would talk about reasons why people get suspended on eBay. So I've been really blessed for my 21 years not to get suspended over anything. I think when I started selling maybe 15 to 20 years ago, I did something wrong, I remember, and God, this right in my face. My bangs, sorry guys, it was windy earlier today. No, wrong. First buzz, I think I've been very careful of what I'm saying. All right, so I thought I would talk about these so that you guys can avoid these situations. Like I said, I think I got suspended for maybe up to a week a long time ago, and I don't remember why, but eBay sent me an email and they explained why it was getting suspended and for how long. And it was really tough. I think it was just like 3 days, actually, now that I think about it, to not be able to list for 3 days. And then they lifted it up and I was good to go. But these are situations that have happened to people that I've been watching on YouTube. I didn't really do my research. These are just off the top of my head. So things not to do on eBay that can get you suspended. And I know they've gotten other people suspended. And suspensions could be 3 days, a week, 6 months, or permanent. So take that for, what it's worth, but you don't want any kind of suspension on eBay at all. So let's avoid these situations. All right, so I know I'm just going to take from the example of Daily Refinement, Chris from Daily Refinement. If you guys don't know his channel, check it out. It's really good. I'm watching it for a while. It's very informative. He got suspended for selling high-end sneakers. He was selling a lot of them for big money, and he did have a supplier, but eBay hit him with a suspension, said, you need to prove provenance. You need to prove where those came from. And the proof he had wasn't good enough. He needed to have like receipts that showed exactly who he got them from, how much he paid, like an official receipt, and he didn't have that. So they suspended him. I think this was last April. That's just top of my head. It's been a long time. He's really hoping to get reinstated, which he might. I've heard that people do get reinstated, or possibly can, if they call eBay after a certain amount of time and ask, hey, I get reinstated. I watched a video on a guy who had been suspended for, I don't know, a few years, and he was calling once a year to ask them, will you reinstate me? And one time they said yes. So he was happy. He had made a lot of stupid rookie mistakes. He admitted it, that he was new and young and dumb, and he was not even, he was just selling. He wasn't even shipping on time. It's like all these late shipping defects, and it caught up to him that they suspended him. Well, of course. And he admitted it, his wrong, but he was ready to get back into eBay and do it right. So I was happy for him. All right. I've heard about health and beauty violation. Lindy has a YouTube channel, and several months ago, I know she got a temporary suspension for having expiration dates. She sells mostly health and beauty, or she did. Now, I just looked at her, what she's selling now in her store. She's selling all kinds of things. So it's like an everything store now. It used to just be health and beauty items. So I guess from what I remember, she said some of these items would like she had several of them, and then let's say they didn't sell, all of them didn't sell, but the listing ended, so it went into her ended area on eBay. There is an ended file or ended listing section I'm looking at right now, and even though I'm just gonna catch myself here. So even though they had ended, the expiration had expired, and so eBay considered that a bad thing and suspended her. She didn't even know. She found that out after, but she did get reinstated. So if you're doing health and beauty or anything with the expiration, even ink cartridges, just be really careful. If you have, I think it's because she had several items that had ended with expiration dates, so it probably wasn't just one item. So just be really careful. If you have items that are going to expire, and even have it in your ended folder, I think I would just take them out of there or relist them. But because eBay considered that she could relist those items and they would be expired, even though she hadn't, that's how they looked at it. Okay, Veros, if you guys don't know, I'm going to flash on the screen because I don't remember exactly what it stands for. It's like verified oh gosh, rights ownership, something like that. So I'll put on the screen, look for that. And Veros, if you don't know, that's selling things on eBay. I believe it's just listing an item from a company that doesn't want you to list their item. And what tips eBay off is in your title and could be in the description too. You're putting a keyword in there that you're not supposed to. Like, I'll just name a few. I'll put a list up on the screen too. I know Kleenex, you can't say, you'll have to say tissue. And there is a whole bunch. Oh, you can't say Velcro. You have to say hook and loop. Because these companies have branded these names and they don't want you using them on eBay. They're the only ones allowed to sell their products. So I get it. But I have had a couple of Veros. It's been a long time, many, many years. But I think it was like a purse I was selling, and it wasn't even a counterfeit or anything. It's just they pulled it and one other thing. And you just get an email. See, I'm trying to get better, you guys. You just get an email from eBay explaining that they pulled your listing and why they pulled it. So then you just move on. Now, if you're going to get a ton of those, eBay could definitely suspend you for that. So you got to be so careful. Look up Veros. If you don't know, look them up and avoid selling those items. Or if you're going to sell them, some companies don't want you selling their items at all. But let's say with Velcro, you're selling a dress with a Velcro closure, you can sell that dress. It's not a Velcro made branded dress. It just has a Velcro closure. So you just say hook and loop and you're all good. So, but that's something you have to look into, you guys. If you're worried about that, if you're a new reseller and you don't know, you don't want to get a bunch of your listings pulled due to Vero strikes, and then all of a sudden you're suspended. And the last one that I just wrote down that I just remember the top of my head was listing an item in the wrong category. I believe, this is a fairly new thing. You used to be able to list perfume or cologne partially used, like I've done that before, where, some of the bottle is gone. Some of the liquid is gone. The cologne is gone. So it's like half a bottle or whatever. Half a bottle or a quarter of a bottle is left, whatever. You can't do that anymore. And it's because of a health issue. I guess eBay determined that that's unhealthy to be using used cologne or perfume. So they just banned it. They used to allow it. And they banned it out of their perfume and cologne category. And at first I was listing it in collectibles because that's what people were doing to kind of do to get over that, to be able to list these perfumes and colognes in a different category. Because I had some that I bought at thrift stores that, like Emerald and stuff, that were old fragrances, but they were partially used. I had them in there, but I was told by someone on YouTube, you better pull those, because I guess eBay will start going around and seeing that you're listing that partially used cologne or perfume, and that you list it in a different category like collectibles, so they'll ding you for that. So I went ahead and took off all of my partially used colognes. I do have some Halston cologne that's new listed, and I have some perfume bottles that are listed. Perfume bottles are totally fine. What I did is I just dumped out the cologne and then I just listed the bottles. I haven't sold them yet, but so those are just some ways that you can get suspended on eBay, things to avoid. You could always do your research. There's plenty of eBay pages that tell you what to do, what not to do. So you can't really claim ignorance, because there is lots of research you could do. And, it happens to everybody. Everybody makes mistakes. Even if you get a temporary suspension, don't freak out about it. I know it's very disappointing and upsetting because you can't make an income. If you're like me and it's your full-time job, or it's part-time. Even part-time's a big deal because you count on listing those items and selling your items so you can make an income. So it is a big deal if you get any type of suspension on eBay. But don't freak out about it. Usually it's temporary. You'd have to do something pretty bad, I guess, to have a permanent suspension. And like I said, it could be a lot of things. It could be late shipping. It's usually a chronic thing that you're doing over and over. Now, I've heard some stories from people say, I can't believe eBay suspended me. I had no idea, blah, blah, blah. I guess stuff like that happens, but every time I've called customer service, eBay customer service, everybody's been so nice and helpful. Never had a problem with customer service. It's not always easy to get a hold of them. You have to, ever since COVID, you got to find that magic number to get through to them. It used to be a lot easier to get through to them, but you can, and I've never had any problems with eBay customer service. So if you run into a situation with a suspension or anything that's happening with a customer, maybe that you need to talk to them about, call eBay. So that's what I want to touch on today, you guys. I know it's been a few days since I made a video. I've just been busy. I've been sourcing, like John and I've been, taking some trips and sourcing, and I started to film in a store the other day, and the ladies wanted me to let her know, and I hadn't let her know, so I just kind of stopped. I don't always film while I'm thrift because sometimes I just want to enjoy the thrifting experience. So I hope you guys enjoy these educational videos from me, the partial haul. I could do more hauls if you want. Send me a comment. Let me know what you like to see, if you like this kind of content or you want me to do something else, you want me to do more hauls or whatever. If you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you guys subscribe because this is a reseller channel and I'm here to help you guys. So hopefully you're doing well. I'm so thankful that I am well and I'm healthy and I feel good. It's such a blessing to not be sick. So I thank you so much if you've subscribed or if you've come back and viewed my videos more than once. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you guys. Thank you for the support. If you want to share this content, I'd appreciate that, or send me a comment or a thumbs up or whatever. I just appreciate you watching. So I will catch you guys next time. Take care. See ya. Bye. Bye-bye.